Thursday. How's everybody doing? I will give you all a chance to come on in and take a seat. Enjoy our live. Let me get a chance to take a seat. I'm hoping that our lighting is a little better today, and I'm going to flip the camera around a little bit and get started. It's still a little funny, so let me see what I can do. I'm trying to make it so that the light isn't going in and out like it was last week, and it looks like it's still going to do it. Hey, Denise. All right, so I know I said I was going to go live in the garden last week, but it's insanely hot right now. I totally overdid it again this week with seed orders and the garden and everything else I had to get going on. Sorry, oops, other way. Ha! I am going to see if I can unhook from our wireless and get better quality. All right, so I want to talk about soil mixtures, but specifically I want to talk about how your soil is working. I'm a little frustrated with the lighting here. Sorry, guys. See if I can do that and see if it works. So a few people have asked me some different questions about soil health and things that might be going wrong with their soil. So I wanted to address that real quick. Sorry, I might really need to just change this. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Let's see if I can swing you around. Hey. And instead of you seeing my wonderful compost pile, you can just see a brick wall. Let's see if that works. I'm hoping the picture quality, or at least the lighting, will be a little better over here. All right, so a couple questions that I had about soil and soil health from customers, and I wanted to address that. And we do have some recipes on our website. So I'm hoping that this short video will help you kind of figure out what might be going on with your soil. So if you're growing in raised beds, if you're growing in containers, we have some recipes already on our website. If you're growing in ground and you need to add something to your soil, this will help you as well. Hey, David, thanks for joining us. So I mentioned last week I was going to try and go live in the garden, but it's really hot, like almost 100 degrees hot again. And I wanted to address some questions about soil health, and I'm not ready for my big reveal in the garden yet. I will have that, fingers crossed, in a week. I've got some videos that will not be live. They're just going to be minor edits and then posted on our website or on our YouTube channel. Hey, Desiree. So let's talk about soil health. I had to make some notes here tonight because there's so much to talk about, and I really want to keep it short and sweet, especially, like I said, because it is hot. So if your soil is not absorbing water, it's possible that you have what's called hydrophobic soil. That means your hydrophobic soil is not absorbing that moisture like it should. So one of the things that, hey, in the Netherlands, one of the things that people find issues with is if you buy, say, store-bought soil, or you buy store-bought compost, or you have a big delivery of compost and maybe it's not exactly what you want. I will say this, the compost that I had delivered is amazing. It is not hydrophobic at all. But I have had soil deliveries in the past, or I've experienced issues. Hey, Christian, I've experienced issues with hydrophobic soil in the past, so I wanted to address that. We do have a video on our website. It's a do-it-yourself potting soil mix, and it's really simple. It uses compost, it uses coconut coir, and it uses, hey, Crystal, perlite. So we have here perlite, I already have. Coconut coir, I have already. Okay, so I totally messed up, and I didn't bring out my brick of coconut coir. Now, we sell bricks of coconut coir, and if you're interested, it's on our website. For those of you just joining me, I'm Mary at Mary's Heirloom Seeds, and I do try to go live here every Thursday at 5 p.m. We are now Central Time, so that's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific, and it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you buy, David says, I've mixed a lot of coco coir, even in my store-bought soil and potting mixes. I use it in all of my garden for the most part. So if you've purchased a coconut coir brick from our website, the bulk bricks come 2 at a time, and they're about this big. They're about 1.5 pounds, 1.4 pounds each. Now, one brick, I'm telling you, it's this big. It's not that big. Makes an entire container of soil, a giant container of soil. Now, usually I do this in a 5-gallon bucket, but I didn't have a 5-gallon bucket handy. So usually one single brick will fill up about 1/2 to 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket. And that's usually what I mix for a container. I've got a grow bag here that I'm going to use. I'm not going to promote them yet because I've never used them, but I am going to try it for my own stuff. I'm going to be planting some super hot peppers in grow bags. That way I can take them into the shop and put them under lights during the during the winter time. So I'm going to plant some stuff in containers. So I figured, since I was going to be planting containers, I would share with you how I make it. But let me get back to the hydrophobic soil. Sometimes you can have hydrophobic soil because you have hard packed clay. And that is what I found with some of the parts of our garden in the different areas. That was like 2 weeks ago. I shared with you all the different areas that I'm going to start growing in. And I did find some hard, compact soil, clay, really tough stuff. So that's not going to absorb nutrients. You're not going to be able to grow really good plants because it's not the seeds aren't, well, I should say the roots may not be able to get down into that soil. You may be adding stuff that may not work. So if you've got hard compact soil, this is an option for you as well. Hydrophobic soil is also an issue when you have really old soil. If you have over-tilled your soil. Yesterday, I just finally planted my video on my very first time using a rototiller. And I did mention in the video, I don't usually use a rototiller and I don't recommend it on a regular basis. But if you're just getting started on a garden and you're not sure what's going on, if I had a year to get a garden started, I could have laid out some cardboard and killed the greenery and then planted a later time, but I was ready to get started on a garden right now. Let me read what Crystal said. Crystal says, my personal experience with grow bags is that planted in seems to need to be watered more often. Absolutely. Containers in general need to be watered more often usually than in-ground gardens, or even raised bed gardens for that matter, because you only have so much soil and that water usually leaks out a lot quicker. So over-tilled soil can become hydrophobic over time. So that's part of the reason I don't recommend tilling over and over. You also disrupt the natural microbes in that soil, the natural living organisms in that soil. So again, if you haven't watched my video, I would definitely recommend watching it. I just published it yesterday. I run the tiller, I show you the part of the garden. So that's the first glimpse into our new garden. Now, another issue is if your plants are root bound. So Crystal mentioned the grow bags. If you are growing in containers, sometimes if it's too large of a plant or too small of a grow bag for a large plant, plants can become root bound and your soil can become hydrophobic because the water has nowhere to go, and you are losing valuable nutrients or water really for your garden or for that plant. So another thing is if you have soil that is overexposed, so especially where we are here, it is really, really hot, and it may become really, really sunny. So if you're not mulching or you're over tilling or you've got this exposed soil that doesn't have a lot of greenery around it, the soil can become hydrophobic as well. Lastly is old soil. If you grow in containers and you are done growing for the year or for the season, don't throw that soil away. You can easily rehydrate or refresh that old soil. David says, I love using the coconut core bricks for my worm bin. They love the soft material to move through. I'm going to stop for just a second. I really need to go get it. And I'm sorry. 1 second. Ta-da! That is a coconut core brick. And it gave me all of that right there. I had to show you. If you watch my videos, I've got a couple of them on reconstituting your coconut core bricks. These are awesome, and they're just now back in stock. Literally like this evening, I just put them back in stock on our website. So they are ready to ship right now. So if you have old soil in old containers and you want to kind of refresh them, seeing all the baby plants you have, yay! I know, I'm so excited. I got all kinds of stuff growing. So behind me here is a seed starting table. This way I don't have critters all over my seedlings. I've got super hots over here like Trinidad scorpion pepper and ghost pepper, and I've got some yellow scotch bonnets. But then I also have some other things like hillbilly flame tomato, I don't know, tomatoes, different tomatoes. I got Everglades, I've got Brandywine, I've got all kinds of stuff growing over here. So let's get started on my mix. Now, if you watch my original video, I think it was 2019, it was a do-it-yourself potting soil mix. In the video, I mentioned that it's 2 parts coconut core, 1 part perlite, and 1 part compost. Now, you can grow directly in compost, but I find that it doesn't retain enough moisture, and it just needs more than just compost. You could totally grow in compost, but I prefer this specifically for containers, or grow bags or raised beds. I use a similar recipe for raised beds. So honestly, you could do equal parts. You could do equal parts of the perlite, the coconut core, and the compost, but in my opinion, that would be too much perlite. So you could do like, I don't know, you could do a half a 5-gallon bucket of compost, a half a 5-gallon of perlite, or I'm sorry, of coconut core, and then add in your own amount of perlite if that's what you want to do. Perlite is some really cool stuff. I really do enjoy adding it. It does help your soil retain some of the nutrients. But I have a secret ingredient to my mix that I use, and I do mention it in the video, but I wanted to share with you today as well. This is Mountain Flower Root Boost. It's in a cup. I mean, it comes in a bag if you buy it from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. But Mountain Flower Root Boost has so many awesome nutrients. It isn't a super high nitrogen variety, so you can figure out how much you need for your own soil. Probably like a 5-gallon bucket, I'm probably only going to use a tablespoon or 2 when I originally plant, because I'm using compost. Now, if I wasn't using a nutrient-rich soil, if I was only using coconut core and say garden soil, then I would definitely add more root boost than normal. So that's really it. I mean, it's super simple, super easy. And it's one of those things that not everybody thinks about or not everybody knows about. So I wanted to share that quick tutorial with you. I do have this Mondo giant wheelbarrow full of compost that I will be using. And I have this cool little grow bag here. In the future, I will probably do a video, but I will probably do a giveaway with this grow bag, but I did want to use it first before I started sharing it and giving it away to people. You can see my little seedlings over there. So last but certainly not least, we've got lots of stuff going on at Mary's Heirloom Seeds. We've got lots of new projects going on. I will have some non-live videos published. I will try to keep going live every Thursday. I might do an hour later next week, because I'll be honest with you, it's getting overwhelmingly hot here for me to be going live this earlier in the day. So that's an option. If I do, I will definitely notify you guys beforehand. Our sale is over, but we do have some seeds that are still on sale. They're like $1.50 a seed pack. So we had some plumbers here at the new property checking some stuff out. I'm going to be running some extra lines from our well to the garden for our drip irrigation system. So they were over, and the guy goes, "Well, what do you do? I mean, we just moved in, and I already have this garden out." So I was telling him all about it, and he was all super excited. So he asked, "Well, how much your seeds run?" And I said, "Well, they go from $1 to $4, but most of them are $1 or $2, maybe even $3 for little fancier ones." And he was all excited. He said it was cheaper than buying it at the store. So okay, go for it. So we've got awesome seeds. We've got awesome deals on seeds. We've got a giveaway still going on at Mary's Heirloom Seeds. It ends on the 14th at midnight. Today is the 8th of July, so you've got some time to enter. It's some free books and some free seeds for the 2 winners that we choose. Like I said, we've got a lot of new projects coming. We're going to be adding some more stuff to the garden. We will be adding some more homestead-like style projects, like water tank, some other things, compost outside. We'll probably show you how we build our compost setup outside. We do have a video from January of this year showing you how to do a kitchen compost. Super easy to do. It's literally like any kind of bucket system you want to make your own inside compost, and then again you take it out. So we'll have some more videos coming up, but like I said, I might start doing my video a little later in the heat because it's getting a little kind of crazy here. So just to recap, you can check out all of our seeds at marysheirloomseeds.com. In the description section of this video, I will share links to the different things I discussed, like my do-it-yourself potting mix, so you can watch the video or the information. Denise says, will you be doing your own drip system? I might be purchasing a kit. Of course, it's not done. You have to put it together. And if I do purchase a kit, I will also video that. I haven't been videoing everything in the garden because I come out here super early in the morning and I get down as much as I possibly can before it gets too excruciatingly hot. I come in, rinse off, and then I start doing seed orders. So I haven't been filming as much in the garden as I would like to. So hopefully this weekend I will be able to. Some new things with the new property. The post office here isn't open on Saturdays, so it's kind of a forced day off. I can't deliver seed orders on Saturday like I used to in Ramona. So it kind of forces me to take it a little slower on the weekends, which is a plus. Just means I got to work a little harder during the week to be able to take that Saturday off. But we will have a lot more projects coming up. Maybe not live videos, but some videos that we'll be publishing that you'll be able to see. If you have any questions, you can always send an email to Mary at marysheirloomseeds.com. Again, we discussed how I make my own soil, my own potting soil. You can use this in the garden. You can use it in a raised bed. You can use it in a grow bag that I'm going to try out tonight. It's simple. It's compost, it's coconut coir, and it's perlite. And then my secret ingredient is our mountain flower root boost. It's awesome stuff. So that's it. I'm signing off, and like I said, if you've got any questions, you can always send an email. Please hit that like button, subscribe to our video subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share this video with somebody that you know or might know that might be interested in growing a garden or has some questions about revitalizing their soil. All right, everybody, I'm signing off. I'm Mary with Mary's Heirloom Seeds, and happy planting.